Today we're going to do elimination, solving equations by elimination, part 2. This just goes one step further because you don't always have it where you can just add. If you will look at this problem, we have a 2 and a 1 in front of this x. There's a 1 in front of this y and a 1 in front of this y. These two numbers are alike, but the signs are not. So if we add those together, they won't eliminate. So to get that to eliminate, we are going to multiply one of these equations by a -1. And I chose the last equation. So we're going to take -1 times x plus y and -1 times 2. Be sure that you multiply by both of these. Now when we take the -1 times x plus y, we get -x. And I'm sorry, this should be just a minus y, but that's okay. Plus a -y equals a -2. And now let's copy down our other equation underneath that, 2x plus y equals 1. We're going to add these two together. 2 minus 1, or -1 plus 2. It gives us a positive 1x. Over here, -2 plus 1 equals -1. This -y plus y, they cancel each other out. Now take your -1 and put it into one of those equations up there. It does not matter which one. I chose to put my -1 into the x plus y equals 2 equation. I replaced my x with a -1 plus y equals 2. To get rid of the -1, we add 1 to both sides, and y equals 3. Now, the last step is to check to make sure. We take both equations, we put the -1 into both equations for x, and we're going to put the 3 in for the y on both of these. And -1 plus 3 does give us 2, and -2 plus 3 does give us 1. So these two check. Now I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do it a little bit differently. No, I did it the same way. I copied the equations down on my paper. I multiplied this by -1. Now instead of going down under, I went across here. So I have 2x plus y equals 1. And -1 times x is -x. -1 times positive y is -y. -1 times 2 is a -2. When you get through here, these y's will cancel out. 2x's minus x is x, and this gives us our -1. We take that -1 and put it back into the original equation. Here's our original equation. X plus y equals 2. We replace the x with the -1, and when we solve it, we again get y equals 3. And last of all, here is the check over here. You don't have to put it beside it. You can put it just somewhere where you put the check. Where I put the -1 into all of those, and they do check out. So now we're going to do the next set of problems that are assigned to go with this notes. Thank you.